Okay, this is the beginning of my, or the kind of the middle beginning of my knife collection. I started collecting about 3 or 4 weeks ago. My first knife was a Kershaw, and and then I bought a Loveless, and now these are the ones that just came in. Um, I don't normally go to the post office that often, so these just collected in the post office. So let's get this out of the way. That came in, and then everyone's talking about what to buy as far as taking your knives apart. So I bought that. Um, I cut my hand now, and so I'm using my left hand for everything, and that's why everything's kind of facing this way. We'll start with the one that cut me. This is a Hinderer, and I'm new to knife collecting, so I bought this because I know Hinderer is a well-known person in the knife industry, and I just bought ordered a Sabenza yesterday, so I bought this, the Loveless, and Hinderer, and then I'm buying all the other knives I bought. Kind of have a collector's feel for me. I'm not really a knife user, but I'm starting to carry one. This knife right here is probably the only knife that no one knows about because everyone else knows about all these other knives. So I'll talk about this a little bit. This thing is built like a tank. It is strong. It's not like the Hinderer, where the Hinderer is smooth and graceful. This thing is like let's get the job done. And it is very, very sharp. And that's the only thing that's sharp on it is the blade, because none of this hurts. I think people are talking about the hot spots or whatever. There's nothing on this knife. This knife is just awesome. And I bought this one for the name of the thing and for the steel. I don't know if I can get because I don't think I have my camera on the right setting. So I'm trying to buy different steels, different shapes of the blade, and different types of knives, because I'm really like the art and the craftsmanship of a knife. I will start next with kind of the one that I'm kind of disappointed in, and this knife. This knife is a pretty good knife. I don't know which one this is called. Endura 4. And since I'm not a lefty, I think this is a good way to show how well a knife works. And that opens really easy for a guy who's injured. What I'm disappointed in is I bought this from a really cool guy. He had a sale. He's a YouTuber, and his name is Love Them Knives, and he has like an April sale. And so I bought this because all the other knives that I wanted were gone. Since I'm new to the knife game, I didn't know how fast they went. But I bought this because I know that other people talked about it, and Spyderco, even though I'm not really into that brand, I know that a lot of people have them, so I figured, okay, I should try to get one. And the only thing, like I said, that I don't like about this knife is that I think it was used, and there's like little lines of scratches. Now, they were dirty, and that was from the previous owner that donated the knife to. There's a scratch right there. And so I cleaned it up, and that's the one thing I can't get out. So that's definitely a scratch. And that's the only thing I'm disappointed in this knife. And I forgot what I paid for it. I think it was just below MSRP. So That's okay, I guess. And then this knife is great. This knife is good for an injured. This thing opens so easily. And for a person who's injured, you just go like this. And it just closes. Oops. I'll never coordinate with my left hand. But this knife, I am telling you, it has this, the unlock is up on the top. You just let it fall and drop. That is just, it's a little dirty, but I'm telling you, this knife is, that I really loved. I can't close this one because of I have to use two hands for that. Funny, because on my AD10, I can close that with one hand easily. This knife, which is also a cold steel, this is a different story. I'm really disappointed in how this came. And this is the only knife that came like oily. And I know they're, from the Orient area, Taiwan, I guess. And they got really good stringent manufacturing. But this one is the one, out of all these knives, is the one that I'm disappointed in. And this is the one that got the greatest reviews on YouTube. And I just bought it. I bought the Tanto yesterday. The Tanto was the one that got a whole bunch of great reviews. So this one, oops, be careful, Leo. It opens really easily. But the closing of this knife, wow, I am just doing terrible on the videoing on this. I know what it is. I don't have it on the right setting as far as clarity. Okay, so sorry about the blurriness of this knife, this video. But yes, I really, really liked this one. I bought this one first because I like the shape of the blade. But it's scratchy or whatever when you try to close it. The other one I can close really easy one-handed. This one, nope, it's harder. So we'll just leave that alone. I'll put this over here. So that's kind of the two that were disappointing. The one that's really, 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 this is one of the cheaper knives. And this one I really, really, I love. It's funny. It's called a Ganzo. And this thing, like, it just opens up so easily. The detent on this, and it's like it's spring assisted, but it's not. And it's really, this is pretty easy to close. Now that I say that, I can't do it, but I'm there. Once you get past the detent. So this one was, for the cheapest knife on this table, I think. I really like this knife. You gotta get this Ganzo. This thing is, I'm injured, and I'm working with my left hand, and I can open and close this knife really easily. This is another Ganzo. This one does not have the same action at all. This one, that's it right there. This is when you want a thumb stud, huh? But no, it's got a good, nice wide blade. So I like like I said, I'm trying to collect knives with the different blades. And so I don't know what this is called. I don't know if it's a sheep foot or whatever. But it's different. And these are D2 as far as the blade. And there's so many different reviewers that do a better job. So the only reason why I bought this one is really because it's a cheaper knife, but it's a quality made knife. And that's the reason why I bought this, because I wanted to represent the cheaper knives that are well made. And this is, I mean, it feels really good. And this is a heavier knife. Let's say medium heavy compared to the whatchamacallit, the AD10. Whoops, break the D10. And so that's not bad that I can close this with my left hand. This knife is just, this is the one. This is like pretty light, and it just opens. If you're one of those fidgeters, that's the one to get. Now this one, these are the last ones are like my 3 favorite knives. This is one of the, but okay, we'll go with this knife right here. This knife, this box came, was this tactical knives or something like that? This thing, the box was beautiful for one thing. And this one doesn't open up as, there you go. And I don't think you can't really appreciate the detail of this knife because of the way I have my camera thing. I think that's not that bad. But this thing, and from what I understand about Damascus is that there's a few types. This one, I think, if I'm wrong, but I think there's like a core steel in here, and then there's the Damascus that's put on the outside of it. I think that's how that works. But this thing opens up beautifully, especially on the right hand. On the left hand, it's a little different because I think it needs to be, this blade is really, really etched, and I think it has something to do with opening too. It's a little not as smooth. I guess if there was none of this down, none of the Damascus down by the bearings, it would roll a little easier. I don't know. But this knife, I mean, it feels really good. There's that hot spot stuff that people are talking about. I don't know. I was in the military, and if I had to go do something for a long time with this knife, I feel it would handle it. And what I like about this blade is all other blades you kind of have to wipe off the fingerprints. This thing, no, you don't have to worry. Let's see how it closes. I think this was a little stiffer. Oh, it's doing it. Oh, I'm sorry, people. Oh, yeah, there you go. And I like this because it falls on your thumb. And so you're not going to catch it. The AD10, that one cut me. But now I know how to, it's now one of my favorite fidget knives because I know how to open and close it without even looking, and it won't cut me. So this is the box presentation, and the knife itself is a great knife. I forgot what, well, I think other people already have said what the metal is. What I think it's something 10, VG10. I think that's what and then as far as what I was using most of the time to cut up on all these other boxes is this knife. This is a Sencut. And this is, if you are going to buy just a knife to use that's inexpensive and that works really well, I would buy this Ganzo because it just opens up so easily. It closes so easily. And if you're handicapped like I am right now, that's what you need. And this one right here, oops, of course I can't do it now. But what I like about this is it has 2 ways to open. That and the thumb studs. And it's big enough that you're not afraid that you can really hold it. And you're not afraid that, oh, it's too small, I don't know where to hold it, whatever. This is a knife, and you know where everything's at. And, like riding a bike, you know what I'm saying? So this is a really good sized knife. Inexpensive. I forgot what I paid. That's funny because people, they worry about price and stuff like this. But after you buy it, you kind of forget the price. Because if you like it, you like it. It's not the price is not the important thing. It's the knife itself. And I think, like, let's say, the knives that I have bought, I think this is I forgot what steel this is. D2. So I bought some wax, museum wax, for the D2s because I live in San Diego, Chula Vista. And that wax you can put on the blades, the micarta, the different things where I think on the sprays and different other stuff that you can use, you can't put it on everything. So that's why I bought the, I forgot, the Renaissance wax or the museum wax. So if there's like jewelry or something like that on your knife handle, you can put it on there, or wood or whatever. So that's why I bought that. And this, if I remember correctly, is really easy to close. Ugh, of course I can't do it now. And what you don't have to do is worry about it hurting your hand, because that flipper is long enough that you don't have to worry about. Like I said, I'm new, so these little safeguards for new guys like me really helps. So I think this is a good indication of, if like you're new, then you can hurt yourself. And this is a knife that I feel safe with. Now this is funny because I've been flipping this thing open, but I can't now. I remember. I think this is the one like you do like a not the light switch, but you press straight down. Oops, I can't. Nope. But it's a good knife. Sorry, I'm not good with it. If you want a flipper, this thing is the D10 on. This thing is just like amazing. On my right hand, all of these knives are good. But for really small pockets or whatever, this is a great knife, easy to use. This really feels good in the hand as you're using it. And the one knife, this thing, it's called the Deviant. And I think it's Kizer. I will buy a lot of knives from these because just the box alone was art. And it was so well packed. It was like a fine wine, the way it would be packed. Not that I drink a lot of wine. I'm more of a IPA drinker. But this knife, and then once, it's hard to open since I'm not a flipper, but once it opens, I'm going to use the normal. This right is so smooth right here. That is just so smooth. And it's just, this one's kind of heavy. I think this is copper. And I saw someone do some copper stuff on it. That's why I bought this knife. So salt and alcohol, and it makes it a green and blue. And this blade is a wow. I am just really upset with what I have on this. And I think it's because I'm doing with I can't put this is the thing that's being focused on, but my other hand is hurting, so I can't do that. But I'm sorry if you want to know about these knives, but this is really just to show the beginning of my collection. This Kizer is a great knife. It just feels really good. It feels a little, oh, it's balanced. I was wondering if it was a little blade heavy, but no. It feels kind of blade heavy with this, like that, compared to the other knives. This is the one that kind of feels like it's kind of hanging down. It might be because of this right here. But aesthetically, this knife is beautiful. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Oh, this is just a beautiful knife. Now let's see how it is to close. Oops. Oh, that was the easiest. Okay. That just closed. I don't know how to open it up with a... I can't do it. There. Okay. But I am telling you, this is a... It's probably because I don't know how to use a thumb thing. Thumb studs. I've been using flippers. But this knife is really, really, really good. And what's making me mad is because I like close-up shots. And this, my camera's not doing a good job of close-ups because of the background. And I'm kind of mad at that. But this knife is really a good knife. I wish I could. Let's see if you do it that way. Nope. Sorry, people. I tried. I'll probably do another video, but this is just because it's today and I just got it today. Alright, this is a long video. I know, 20-something minutes. But this is... I'm telling you, if I were to choose just of my knives now, of the folders, I would take... Wow. I really love the synergy opens and closes pretty good, but it's hard to close. Okay, just if I had to be left-handed and I didn't know nothing about knives, this knife right here, this one right here, the Sencut, the Ganzo, this version of the Ganzo, and probably this next, this. Whoa, I forgot this. Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. It's because this is the last one I opened. This one, yes. Okay. If you're injured and you're not really good with knives, I think these are the two. These are the two ones that are the easiest to use. I don't know. I forgot how much this costs, and I forgot how much this costs. But regardless, these would be the two knives if you just want to buy knives and you had a bit of money. Oops, sorry about that. That would be the two that I would buy just for the beginning part of your collection. The way I started my collection is I bought my most expensive knife first, so then I could buy the less expensive knives, but that were quality knives, next. So that's why I bought the Loveless first. And the Savenza's going to be pretty cool. It has cabochon rocks on it or something like that, pyrite, and that's going to be pretty cool. But I think I'm kind of, from what I've been watching, it's going to not be as easy to open and close, I think, or something like that, or putting it together. But that's my collection. Can't find it. I'm sorry. The AD10, the Kershaw, Crow, the Civivi Synergy. This knife, I have I have another. What's these called? Code 4s or something like that. Yeah, Code 4s in a Tanto coming up, and I think that's it. And I just bought this case to put them in. So I think that's it. I'm all knifed out. The only knife that's coming in is the Randall. They're making that knife, and I heard he's a pretty prolific knife maker also. So that's why and that's going to be another drop point. No, I don't know if it's drop point. I forgot. Okay, I have been rambling. Sorry. If anyone's watching this, I'll be surprised. Thank you, and have a great day. God bless you. Bye.